But first, urban school districts are tough places to be a teacher, but also where the best and the brightest are needed the most. In Chicago, which is dealing with one of the worst budget crises in years, recruiting and holding on to good teachers is an uphill battle. The district also faces a common dilemma. Even as the student body is growing more diverse, the teaching profession is not. One university teacher training program is trying to step up to the challenge. Lisa Stark of Education Week has the story.
It's summer in the city of Chicago, the nation's third largest public school district. And these aspiring teachers are getting to know each other. The first step in an intensive summer fellowship to prepare them to teach in urban schools.
I want to be a teacher in Chicago public schools because I think I can make a really big difference.
And make sure other students who come from backgrounds like myself get these opportunities.
These fellows, 21 of them, are all students at Illinois State University, training to be teachers. They have high hopes, but most, like Morgan Brower, have little or no experience in the inner city. We first met Morgan the day before at her home about an hour away.
Tell me about this neighborhood, how you grew up.
So I'm from the suburbs of Chicago, Rolling Meadows specifically.
Morgan typifies America's teaching force, mostly white, mostly female.
I grew up, everyone basically goes to college. There's not really any question, I was going to college, that was that. And I think that's why I kind of want to teach in Chicago public schools, is because they don't have the same opportunities that I did growing up in the suburbs.
All right, ready to go?
Ready, Mom? So it's going to be a new experience.
This morning, Morgan is leaving for this unique teaching fellowship that takes her out of Rolling Meadows for a new home in Auburn Gresham, a predominantly African-American community on Chicago's South Side. One of 4 neighborhoods fellows are placed in for 1 month, all with high poverty schools, many with high crime rates as well. It's a nonstop 4 weeks, assisting in the classroom in the morning,
Calm down.
volunteering in the afternoon.
This is a super powerful book, especially for our
Classes and seminars fill evenings and weekends,
They wouldn't let her into a school based on the color of her skin. This is a true story. So
all to help them appreciate and understand the culture of these communities.
And they hope that when this is all finished, that you come back and become a teacher for their community.
Robert Lee runs this fellowship called Step Up.
This infusion, this allowing candidates to experience firsthand and start to confront their own race, their own class, their own sources of privilege, leads to a much stronger teacher when they enter the field.
Only 7 years old, with 144 participants so far, it's a small program, but one that takes enormous effort, including finding funding, about $8,000 a fellow.
That's where the challenge is going to be.
Virtually every teacher college requires so-called cultural competency training.
There's an area up there.
But Professor Carol Lee says many programs come up short.
The notion of cultural competence is often pitched as something special you need to know if you're working with colored kids. And I'm saying, I don't care where you're teaching. The cultural competence means that I have to go into that community with a humility in order to learn.
One of the key ways that Step Up fellows learn is from the host families.
Good morning.
Yolanda Smith will provide Morgan meals and a place to sleep, but most importantly, lessons that can't be taught in the classroom.
Yeah, come on in.
All right. What do you hope Morgan leaves this neighborhood with?
Just to learn about us and don't believe the hype.
What is the hype in your view?
That we're shiftless and violent. And I just want her to see the human side of us, not what is portrayed on the media.
We're so thankful that you're watching over her while she's here.
I sure do, me and God.
Yeah.
Not all of the fellows are from the suburbs. Asiana Williams grew up in Chicago.
I'm a little nervous. This is going to be my first time teaching, so I don't know how I'll do, and that's scary to think about.
Asiana was recruited by Illinois State while in high school as part of an effort to encourage students of color to become teachers.
I want to come home to students who look just like me, who have been through things just like I have, and help them the way my teachers helped me.
She, too, is in an unfamiliar neighborhood, the largely Hispanic community of Little Village. It didn't take her long to feel at home.
This is really good, so try it.
My host family can't get rid of me now. Like, I love them too much. Yeah, they're pretty much stuck with me.
When I go to the Cubs game,
The Velasco family has taken in fellows since the Step Up program began 7 years ago.
What do you tell these student teachers who come to your house?
Not to have the savior mentality. They're not coming in here to save people. They're here to be part of the community. And they really have to get to know where the kids are coming from in order to be able to teach them better, to reach them, to inspire them.
Finding host families and local schools
My name's Miss Morgan. What's your name?
is done with the support of community groups,
Good morning. Good morning.
such as the one run by Carlos Nelson in Auburn Gresham.
The teachers in our schools have daunting tasks, and it's way beyond just being able to teach kids math and reading, but they're also having to deal with social emotional challenges. Kids that haven't had a full night's sleep, that haven't had a full meal. And that's why we need to prepare educators to be more in tune with teaching the kids in our Southside community.
Okay, when Miss Ayla asks, go camp, how y'all feeling? You all answer back, fantastic, terrific,
The hope with a program like this one is that if teachers are truly trained to teach in urban schools, not only will they take jobs here, but they'll stay.
Hey guys, what's up?
Assistant Principal Vanessa Puentes Hernandez, who has worked in the district for a decade, has seen teachers come and go. Turnover in some Chicago schools is as high as 50% over 4 years.
It takes a village, it really does. And so it's important to learn about the community that you work in because you want to be invested in that, not as an outsider coming in and maybe gaining some experience and leaving, but as someone who truly wants to create change.
That's a lot of work. That's a sacrifice.
Really, they care so much about their community. It's kind of sad to see like how much effort they're kind of putting in, and they still get seen in such negative lighting.
Most of Step Up's graduates end up in Chicago or other high-need schools.
Kat, you're right.
And over 80% are still in the classroom after 5 years.
We all came from so many different backgrounds. But I think that the common ground was always that we all wanted to be good teachers. These schools deserve good teachers just like any other school district.
And you want to be one of them.
And I want to be one of them. And I am going to be one of them.
And with the help of this program, she's likely to have some company.
1, 2, 3, shuffle!
Reporting from Chicago, I'm Lisa Stark of Education Week for the PBS NewsHour.